Hello to everybody. This is the magazine display that we are making. This is the one finished, and this is the one we are making now with this series of videos. So as you can see over here, we have the last time we were working on the left side, and we did the shelves. Also, we did all those features on the vertical partition. But we are missing on this left side the adjustable shelves over here. So let's do that now. For that, we will hide the case just for a second, and we will show the left panel sketch. And as you can see, we have the profile already created for these adjustable shelves. So we will click over here, Extrude, and select this profile. Then this is going to be a little bit tricky, so let's go ahead. Over here, using the form, we will use the start position is going to be cabinet material thickness offset, and the offset is going to be the parameter cabinet material thickness. Remember that we have a list of parameters on the description of this video that you can download and check over all those parameters on how do we use them. This is the list of parameters over here. You create the parameters before you do the design, or you might create them as you need it. Yes, there is nothing that wrong with doing these parameters at the time that you need it. You just go back to that table and create them over here, and you could go right over to use them right away. So let's start again with this extrude command. Let's select over here this profile. It's going to be a start from offset, and the offset is going to be cabinet material thickness. But this is cabinet material thickness is going to be the thickness of the left panel. But we need to add some space between the actual outside panel and the adjustable shelf. So what we are adding over here is another parameter that we set before, which is called reveal. I know the reveal is just 1/16 of an inch. So let's select this one, and the direction is going to be just one side, extend type, distance. So let's set the distance over here. We are going to open a parenthesis over here. We are going to call the parameter horizontal opening plus cabinet material thickness. Let me close the parenthesis and let me divide this by 2. And that is going to be the thickness of this, the distance of this extrude. We need now to subtract the reveals. So for that, I will put a minus over here. I'm going to open another parenthesis, and I'm going to put reveal parameter for 2. And this is going to be a new component. And let's hit OK. After I do that, we will check if that is OK. Let's hit OK. And we have a new component over here. I should do an assembly component before. But before we do that, let me check this measurement. For that, I will show the case components. And now I have this adjustable shelf over here. If I make a close up, you're going to see that the distance between the left panel and the shelf. I know it is 1/16 of an inch, which is correct. So for that part, that's correct. So let's check over here, and I see that I have a problem over here. As you can see, it's hitting into the vertical partition. So the measurement that I put for the distance is not the right one. So how do we deal with that? We just, because we know that this is the last thing we did, I'm just going to find it over here on the bottom of the screen, on the timeline. As I hover over, you will see that it's like selected the shelf. I'm going to right click on it and click edit feature. And I need to change something over here on the distance. So this is going to be horizontal opening plus cabinet material thickness divided by 2. And then what I put over here was reveal by 2. So let's make a change over here. I'm going to put over here horizontal opening minus cabinet material thickness. I think that is a mistake. So let me click over here, OK, and let me check again. Looks like it's OK now. Let's inspect this. I'm going to measure from this face to this edge, and I see that it's now working correctly. That's the space that we set for the reveal. So let me close over here, and let me go back, and as you can see over here, that's the shelf, the bottom shelf. Let me go back and edit the feature so you could see better how do I come with this distance. The first thing I did was to open a parenthesis and put the parameter horizontal opening minus the cabinet material thickness, which is the thickness of this vertical partition. And I close that parenthesis and divide that by 2 because I have 2 spaces, the one on the right and the one on the left. Then I set again minus. I did open a parenthesis and I put the parameter reveal, which is the little space that I have in each side of the shelf. Then that's the reason I put reveal for 2. I'm close the parentheses, and that make it for us. So we have that already. And before we do the other ones, let's create the assembly component. I'm going to create over here a new component, and I'm going to call it adjustable shelves. And it became activated right away. So I'm going to rename and name the one that we just did. I'm going to call it adjustable shelf. And I'm going to put it inside of the assembly component that we just did. The minute you do that, that component became an assembly component. You can see that for the icon that it has over here. So it became activated. Let's create the other ones now. For that, I will use the rectangular pattern tool, and on this case I'm going to use the component option, and the objects, let's select this one. Let me open this. You could see that that one is blue, so it's selected. Then for the axis, I'm going to select this line over here, this edge, and I have the distribution type is going to be distance. I mean spacing. On the quantity, I'm going to use a parameter which is shelves quantity, and I'm going to add 1 to that because that parameter is good for those shelves, the fixed shelves, 1, 2, 3, 4. But because you have 4 shelves, you have 5 spaces, and we need to have 1 shelf in each space. So I will add 1 over here, and the distance is going to be the parameter between distance between shelves. You could check the other videos, the one, I mean, it might be the first one or the second one, where I explain how do I found the value of this parameter. So that's going to be okay. It's showing me where are going to be the new shelves, and I'm going to put over here an axis to just 1 because we are only needing one row. So I'm going to click OK over here, and I will have all those shelves inside of this assembly components. So that will be a lot easier for me to find them or edit them if I need to show them or hide them or things like that. Let me activate a main component of this design so you could see better. We have all our adjustable shelves created just like that using the rectangular pattern tool. We have the shelves, the fixed shelves like this one, and we have the display board. I'm going to show the display board now. So what we are missing is the one on the right. For that, we are going to use 2 methods. One of them, let's hide this one again. This fixed shelf has to be created different from the one on the the one on the left is going to be a little bit different from the one on the right, and I'm going to show you why. Let me isolate this. As you can see over here, I have 2 insets, 1 on each side, 2 insets. But for the one on the right of the cabinet, I'm just going to have this inset, the one on the right. And I won't have any insets over here because I won't have a space to do them. I could do them, but I don't want to flip over the vertical partition. So we will just screw them in the data of the vertical partition, in the data of the left side shelf. We will screw the one for the right side, and it's going to be inset on the right end panel. So let's do that. When you see it, you will understand better. So let's unisolate this. I'm showing everything right now. To create things, remember that I have all the profiles. Let me hide the case just for a second. I have all the profiles on this sketch, left panel sketch. So I'm going to show it, and I'm going to select the profile. Let me hide this, all this. And I'm going to select only this profile for this fixed shelf. It's going to be the one on the inside. No, not the one, not including those which are for the data. I'm going to include, I'm sorry, let me hit over here, click over here, the extrude tool, and select this one and this one. I know it's 3 profiles that we need to create, and I have them that I need to select. I have the 3 of them selected over here, as you can see. So for the start, we are going to use the offset start. Now we need the distance. For the distance, we are going to open a parenthesis over here. We are going to use the parameters horizontal opening plus cabinet material thickness, and I'm going to close this parenthesis and divide this by 2. And to that result, I'm going to add a cabinet material thickness parameter. For the distance, I'm going to open a parenthesis, and I'm going to use horizontal opening minus cabinet material thickness. I'm going to close the parenthesis and divide this by 2. And it's going to be the operation type is going to be new component. Let's hit OK. Every time I do this, I check if everything is okay. So let me show the case, and let me hide the sketch. And how do I know if that is okay? So let me inspect over here. Let me take this measurement from here to this face. It's 10.938, 10.938. Let me restart from this face to this face. 10.938 inches. So let me check the one we just created. I'm going to inspect from here to here. 10.938. So that's okay. That's the same distance, the same side of shelf that we need. Let me name it. It's going to be right fix it or right shelf. And I'm going to move these two shelves to this assembly component. I'm going to show it. Okay. So I have shelves over here and right shelf. So we're going to leave that on the left side just like that, but we are going to add an inset over here. So let me activate over here the shelves. When you do that, you see that I have a sketch over here, which is those sketches that we use it to do the inset on that left side shelf. So let's do that for this one, just on the right side. We are going to hit over here, create a sketch, and we are going to select this plane over here, this face. And we are creating a 2-point rectangle. we want to make sure we constrain this to the upper side on the start and to the bottom on the end of this rectangle. So now we add a distance from here to the front, and this is another parameter which is called I'm going to put from edge to remember, data distance from edges. Click. Let's do the same on the back from here to here. Data distance from edges. Okay, so now let me change the view. I'm going to add an inset over here. Let's finish a sketch and let's hit over here the extrude tool. Let's use the extrude tool and select this profile that we just created. And for the distance, we are just going to put the inset parameter. It's going to be, the operation type is going to be join. And on the edge start, I just leave it as it is from the profile plane. And let's click OK over here. As you can see, I don't know why it's doing that, but from a couple of days I'm getting this as with this little separation over here. The solution I have for now, I don't know if it's the right one, but I'm just going to find over here this body, and I'm going to put that body on the bodies of this right shelf. So let me drag it from that to these bodies of this right shelf. If I open this, you see that on the right shelf I have two bodies. Let me use this combine utility, click over here, and target body is going to be that one, and the tool body is going to be this one, and I'm going to click OK. Now I have just one part and just one body over here. So let me close this, and let me show everything else so you could see better. And let me activate the main component. Now you see that I have this shelf, fixed shelf over here, but I need to have more of them on the upper side. So for those, I will just use this rectangular pattern. Let me cancel this. I wanted to do them inside of this assembly component. So I will activate this. And let's repeat this rectangular pattern. The object type, it is a component. And I'm going to select over here this one. The axis is going to be this line over here. Okay. So for the and the distribution is spacing, that's correct. And the quantity is going to be the parameter shelves quantity, and the distance is going to be distance between shelves. And just like that, I have all the ones that I need. On this second axis, I'm just going to put one over here. I'm going to click OK. Now I have the right fixed shelves over here. If I open over here, you see that I have all those shelves right here where I need them. So let me show the other parts. And I see that I need to create the parts on the right side. Those are the same one, like the one on the left side. The only difference The only one with difference was those shelves, because I explained it that I don't need, I don't want to have an inset over here on the left side of this shelf. So I created as a different one. So because of the other ones are the same, I'm just going to mirror them. So for that, I will show this construction over here. Let me show them. And that will show this middle plane that we have over here. So with that, let me go over here to this shelves, and I'm going to select the mirror. It's going to be components, the object type, and let's select the components. So I want to mirror this and this and this one, this one, this one. You just click on them. I'm sorry, those are not the one we need. We just click this X over here, and let me close this. I need to do that with the adjustable shelves. Okay, and I need to do that with the display board, all of them, and I need to do that with the okay, that's it. Let's select the mirror plane, that one over here, and just like that we have all the parts that we need. Let me hide the construction folder, and you see that on the right side of this cabinet we have the display boards, the adjustable shelves, and the fixed shelves. So we are just missing the right end panel. For that, let me show the case, and I'm going to select this left side panel, and I'm going to activate this case assembly component. Let me show again the folder construction, and I'm going to repeat this mirror tool. So I'm going to select the left side panel, and the mirror plane is going to be this one over here on the middle. And with that, let's click OK over here. With that, we have the right side panel of this, the right end panel of this cabinet. We are really advanced with this. We are just missing some components like the bearings and the pins that will go inside of this. The bearing is going to be in order to open this display board, and you could push them all the way to the back. That's why we have a channel over here. The display board is going to have a pin on the upper side over here, around here. And when you lift it over, you could push it to the back and leave it like that. Over here, we are going to import a bearing and put it over there, so we will hold the display board in place. And that bearing is going to do another job. When you put the display board all the way to the back, when you retract that, it's going to hold the display board on the upper side, and it's going to make another job like as a bearing, so that the display board could ride over them. So, and we will import a base that we have for this kind of cabinet already created as a new component. All those things, I will do that on other videos. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you like this kind of video, if you want to see other videos about cabinets, Please subscribe to the channel. That will help me a lot. Thanks a lot. If you have any questions, or write a comment. I will try to answer a lot of them. Thanks a lot.